When we did that last video, we were talking about replacing manual restraint by using some sort of mechanical means. And one of the things that's sort of controversial but handy are these things, like cuffs, obviously. Now, when we're working with mental health institutions, what we normally do for compliant cuffing, and an example of compliant cuffing is if we have to take a mental health patient who's under section out for, say, dental work or something like that. They've got a relationship with the patient, they're not going to kick off, so if Andy, you just stick your hands out, it'd be very much on a compliant basis. We would just drop the cuffs on, lock them on, double lock them, check the tightness, and then we're good to go. If at any stage during that cuffing process, and I'll just take these off for a sec, mate. Right. And for those of you that are cuff experts, you'll see I'm doing this not very tactfully at all, but it doesn't matter, it's only for demonstration purposes. If at any stage, because we'd have staff placed either side of the patient, we came to this thing, stick your hands out please Andy, and we went to there and he started to show any signs of aggression, then we just wouldn't cuff him and we wouldn't take him out on licence. The problem we're getting with these is that a lot of trusts don't like them. They're associating handcuffs with mechanical restraint, and the thinking, if you like, goes back to the old straitjacket type shackling and harnessing people who are vulnerable. But you've got a better option, haven't you?
Yeah, because I think that use of handcuffs needs a justification process. It's a use of force. But if we know we're taking him from a secure establishment outside, particularly if he's got like history of attacking staff, then it's arguable, it's justifiable to apply a restraint in the first instance. Now, an alternative to them is something that's soft, a soft cuff, which can be used for compliant cuffing. I'll just show you how it goes on. So you just preload the cuffs, and exactly the same as Mark just did. You just put your hands out in front for me. You just go on like so, and you just double lock them with the orange tab, like so. And that way we can sit with him, and his hands are secured by the side like so.
Now, Andy, you're quite a strong, you're quite an experienced fighter. You're into all sorts of stuff. Can you get out of those?
No. Completely restrictive.
How painful are they, or how intrusive are they?
They're not very painful at all.
Because it's soft Velcro. An alternative, if I just take them off, again I'll just. Again, compliant cuffing, if you just put your hands in the stack position for me. Now, putting them on in this way, so exactly the same application, you just put the Velcro on the Velcro and we double lock it with the orange tab. He's in a front stack position as he would be in a set of cuffs, but this is obviously a soft option, so he hasn't got the metal against his skin. He actually finds that because his hands are stacked on top of each other like that, it's more controlling than a set of cuffs.
Right, being a diehard and being a devil's advocate, you've got your double lock thing at the back here. One of the questions I know I'm going to get when we look at this is they could remove that with their teeth.
Yeah, well, like with any restraint piece of equipment, so ERB or cuffs or whatever it may be, you would never leave the patient, the subject, unattended to do that. So if he started, what Mark's suggesting is if he takes that to his mouth to try and take it off, let me just talk you through the mechanics of what he'd have to do. He would have to take that off, and all the way that to there. Well, if he did that, so if you put it to your mouth, we would just prevent him from doing it. It's like with the emergency response belt. You would never leave anybody unattended in the emergency response belt for lots of reasons, and the same with handcuffs.